Hey guys, how you doing? This is Pete from Flex Your Faith. Guys, it was awesome that you guys came in today working out with us and spreading the message. Me spreading the message for love. I'm with my boy, Pastor Barry. He's in the community church over here in Fremont. Yeah, and man, he does his church in Chick-fil-A. Yeah. Chick-fil-A, literally. So I don't know if you guys know, but Chick-fil-A is a Christian-owned organization where they serve chicken. If you haven't eaten, it's pretty good. But more importantly, they love God, and so they were so blessed. Barry was so blessed to actually have them do their church in there every Sunday at 10:30. Well, anyways,
come check us out.
Check them out. So, guys, I just wanted to hammer home what the whole meaning is that we talked about today. What's it all about? How's it relate? I know we did briefly talk about it after class, but today I really want this to hammer home for you. So, Barry, do you mind?
So the topic of love. This, to give you a little backdrop of what I'm going to share, Jesus is in this scene where he's about to get, they're going to try to trap him. So you have Jesus shows up as the Son of God. The Son of God is born, and he lives out this servant leadership life. But that the people in that time were envious and jealous of him. And so they were always going where Jesus was. And so they tried to trap Jesus in this point where they said, what is the greatest commandment? Because they knew all the commandments and the hierarchies of the commandments. And so Jesus' response was so good, because his response was, and he said to him, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. The thing that's so good about his response is he didn't say, well, the first commandment is this, and this, right? He didn't give them the list from 1 to 633. He gave them 1 and then 2 and the rest to hang on. And so for me, in my experience, is in order to fully understand the second, which is understand the first, love God with all my heart, mind, and soul, and my strength, I have to apply the second. And so in my life, I've learned the knowledge of God is understood and learned as your love abounds. And this is something that Paul writes to the Philippians in the first chapter of Philippians chapter 1. His prayer to these people my prayer is that your love may abound. That your love may abound, that you continue to love, but that your knowledge of God grows and your discernment. And so the beauty in that is that when I love my neighbor as myself, whoever that neighbor is, I begin to understand God on a level that I didn't have before. And so I've just grown in this by immersing myself in community. These past 4 years, we've been part of the homeless community. And what I love is what God has really showed me in that space of really exposing my privilege, or really just helping me understand the need more of my neighbor, where now we are so connected with this community that they're like family to me. And they wouldn't have been connected to me this way if I didn't love God with all my heart and really practicing the second commandment, was to love my neighbor as myself. And through that, we grew in just immersing ourselves in other communities. But my whole thing is, you first have to get yourself to the place of putting yourself in those uncomfortable situations. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's not easy to put yourself in the space of somebody that you don't know, right? And so when you get to that space, getting comfortable being uncomfortable, then you begin to gain confidence, and then the neighbor becomes easier to talk to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just something that you have to practice at. Just like when you're working out, your first day of working out is not going to look like 2 years of working out. There's going to be this refining work that happens in you, that you're going to learn how to punch, or you're going to learn how to grapple, and it's going to get better. And the same thing with our faith. The more I love my neighbor, whoever it is, right? The rich guy, the poor guy, anybody, I begin to develop a knowledge of God that I didn't have before.
That's deep. So I hope you guys got that. guys, we've got so much other stuff we got in store for you. So that's something to think about. So when it comes to working out with people who are different from you, that was the whole point of today. Was that when you saw someone who's new, different, that you get to actually see who they are, look at it from the lens of love, and then from there you get to know God. You know, that's the whole hammering, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just basically just like that. Know God vertically, but at the same time, love people horizontally. And that's how it is. All right, guys. So I hope you guys like it. This is Flex Your Faith. Check you guys out again. Peace.